Fucking break. We started.
Over.
Alright. Um. How do we start, Bert? We've done this before.
I wasn't ever starting before.
No mames. I
What?
guess we just start with like say some fucking conspiracy theories.
I know what you want.
Wait,
Well,
Chile.
well, this conspiracy theory. The I think of like 300 something. Oh no, the they have a video of the fucking like the plane
Uh huh.
just fucking disappearing out of nowhere. Like it's these three objects that are circling around it,
Alright.
and they just keep going around it. Out of nowhere, it just vanishes into thin air.
Wait, is you're not talking about the fucking shit? I had seen a conspiracy theory. It's like about an airport, like Malaysia, some shit.
Yeah,
Is that one?
I
I
think so. The
okay.
Malaysia airline that it fucking vanishes out of nowhere.
I had to say Malaysia. Malay.
I don't know how to spell Malaysia.
Neither. Fuck. Found it. Malaysian airline conspiracy.
Oh
Conspiracy.
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a little clip real quick. I'm gonna stop
Go
the
for it.
music. Bro, I have to find like a way on like, cause I used to have like this app where like I could fix the audios and everything, right?
Yeah,
And I have to get it again. Fuck, that shit actually
bro.
helps. Yeah, that shit helps a lot because like I feel like the music sounded loud as fuck for me, but it didn't sound for you, right?
No.
Uh, where's my window capture? Cool. There you go.
Oh. I've been listening to fucking Tupac a lot, también.
I don't know how to. Oh, I got it right.
Are you gonna work?
Yeah, I spelled it right. Conspiracy theory. Shit. Let me share my screen real quick. Shit, which one should I put, Bert? This is an 11-minute one. Fuck, dude, this shit's.
It's
Oh, look, this
it's
one. Have you seen this guy,
Bro,
Jumper
I've
Jump?
seen those.
Oh, they're
They're
fucking
fucking
funny.
badass, bro.
Alright, look. Yeah, let's get this one, bro.
I think
It's
it's
on
that
7 minutes.
one.
Wait.
Where you have like the sound muted.
Yeah, wait, when
On
I listen
August
to the.
7th,
Oh, shit.
2023,
Ah,
when
la.
Reddit user Velcro made a post to the
My bad.
RUFOs community. The post contained infrared footage depicting an incredible and chilling event. Recently, I saw this footage circulating online, and I was hoping that someone here might have information about when this was taken and where. User U Volcaro wrote, "The footage depicts a passenger plane flying steadily across the frame. Without warning, three
Oh
circular
yeah,
objects
those three
rapidly
little
Yeah, this
descended.
is
objects.
the fucking. Bro, whatever, it's just like little birds flying around the fucking plane.
Nah, the the footage, like the thermal and shit,
Yeah.
wouldn't capture birds going around it like that.
The aircraft,
Bats?
weaving in synchronized orbits.
Because look
As they
like.
Bro,
continue
Bro, I don't
their
think
circular
fucking aliens are that small. Like, look at that shit compared to the.
I mean, you
That's like.
also, I mean, the camera is also like far away.
Oh, yeah, but look
trajectory.
at the fucking plane, bro. Compared to this shit, it's probably like the size of a car.
I
You think
mean,
you think aliens are midgets?
they could be,
The
some
plane
could
makes a
be.
sharp
No,
leftward turn,
you're right though.
seemingly trying to evade its strange pursuers. But the
Just
bright
like
spheres stay
But
locked.
but
we
then
have
like
midgets,
what what were you gonna
just
say?
like just like we have midgets here on Earth. There could be midgets there at fucking aliens. I don't fucking know.
Bro, but I'm pretty sure they're like smart enough to like be like, oh shit, I invented something so I can grow.
That's true.
But now shit, I was gonna say something. Se me olvidó, pendejo.
I bet.
Fuck, I forgot.
On target. refusing to break their formation. Then,
Yeah,
as the plane
they're
straightens
not
its path once
breaking
more,
formation
all
too.
three objects suddenly converge on the helpless aircraft.
Well, yeah,
A
but
bizarre
then wouldn't
flash
have to
appears,
like the pilot
and the
saw
plane
it,
has
like seen
vanished.
it and be like, oh shit,
Upon
we're getting
closer
attacked. Oh
inspection,
shit.
the aircraft bears a striking
Yeah, it
resemblance to a
disappears
Boeing
like that, bro.
777
Fucking
200ER. This is the same
then
model of
it's
the
making
infamous
those
Malaysia
objects are
Airlines Flight
making the turn
370
like
that
the plane
tragically and
turn like
mysteriously
a certain
vanished in
way.
March 2014
I mean,
while en route from Kuala Lumpur to
Damn.
Beijing.
so it's I think
Soon,
that's
a
pretty
second
fucking
video of
weird,
the
bro.
incident appeared, this time taken from an apparent satellite in orbit high above the Earth over the location. The distant
See,
plane
look
can
at
be
the
seen once
other
more,
form.
ambushed by
I
the
don't think
luminous
birds would
objects
move
that
like that.
previously surrounded it at close range.
What the
The higher
fuck?
vantage
This look
Then
like
point
it
for it
blew
provides
to like
up.
corroboration that the same
just like
aircraft
for
and
it to
incident
like
are depicted.
just vanish.
Armed with this new perspective, users vigorously dissected both videos. A pivotal clue lies in the coordinates briefly visible in the satellite video footage. Redditors quickly determined that a US spy satellite named NROL-22 captured the event based on partial name markings. Launched in 2006, NROL-22 was a classified satellite on a unique Molniya orbit. Reddit user, u/Droogie Don't Crash Here, conducted an extensive analysis plotting the location of surveillance satellite NROL-22 relative to the coordinates displayed in the video.
It's
They
also
determined
crazy
that
how
at its point of
people
closest approach,
Wait,
do that
yeah.
much
NROL-22 passed
research
within
for that crap.
Yeah, I don't even know
4,434
what the fuck I'm
kilometers of the
looking at.
coordinates in the southern Indian Ocean,
Like they start
with the satellite
fucking
reaching a peak
pinpointing all
altitude of
the
83 degrees.
lateral and all that crap coordinate to actually try to debunk all that crap.
What the fuck? Wait, didn't we fucking say that aliens were real? Like the U.S.
Yeah,
government?
the U.S. government came in for a conference. They said that we have uh like I don't know how to say it, like fucking alien technology and shit. That we have UFOs, that we have aliens, that we have some other weapons.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, what you do if like, you late night drive and you see something on top of your car and it's just like he pulls out right next to you and it's an alien. It's like, what's up, fool? You wanna raise? Would you raise them?
Fuck no.
Bro, come on, bro. It's like once in a lifetime thing, bro. You have to raise them.
Yeah, but like you think they have like fucking cars that travel a light year miles per hour, some shit.
It's fucking
Like they
crazy.
fucking move light speed.
Alright, you turn. Dude, fuck. Nah, like there's also like another conspiracy theory. I don't know if you've seen it. This is the only one I remember. Where like they say like the North Pole, or I think the South Pole. It's like it's you know how like we can like really like tourists they can't go visit like North Pole or South
Yeah.
Pole. They say there's a fucking wall, basically like fucking we're fucking Attack on Titan. Like the North and South Pole, there's a big ass wall, and then there's like another civilization like living on the other
Or
side.
the ice wall.
Yeah, yeah, that one's fucking
There's
interesting.
they put beyond the ice wall. You can find beyond the ice wall map. You know, you go to images. Or you can't because fucking YouTube, right? But if you go to that shit, you can see like a bunch of like it's us in the middle, then the ice wall surrounding us, then it's like a bunch of civilizations all around that,
Yeah, that's
and it's another huge ice wall, then more civilizations.
bro. But then again, uh, like how do we know like fucking polar bears exist if we're not allowed to? Oh shit! If we're not allowed to
Um,
go like over there.
we are allowed to like, cause you can pay for like you can pay someone like 500K for instance. You can go, but you could only go a certain way to like just discovering. Like if you want to go discover like even more and shit, well, you're probably gonna get in trouble of like the government because all the governments are put together protecting. protecting fucking Antarctica and shit.
That's fucking crazy. Hold on, hold on. I'm trying to find someone. Uh, what the? Do you think there's pyramids too, like over there in fucking North Pole? Look at this shit. Oh shit, we lost it.
Yeah, I saw it. The like the
Ah,
pyramid thing. Yeah, that thing.
yeah.
They say that there's technology there, that inside the eyes, that there's a bunch of advanced technology inside the eyes.
Bro, honestly, bro, we have to put a video, get high as fuck, and just like see it.
But we're
It'll be
probably gonna
fucking,
be tripping out.
dude. That's the whole point, bro. I'll make you fire ass. After this
Like, yo, like, wouldn't it be crazy for us to go over there? Then we never go over there.
one. Yeah, bro. Right. Fuck it. Let's play this.
1946. Esteemed U.S. naval officer and explorer Admiral Richard Byrd, one of the first pilots to fly over both the North and South Poles, organizes Operation High Jump, the largest expedition ever to travel to Antarctica. With 13 ships, 23 aircraft, and over 4,700 military personnel.
Wow, I'm gonna skip it a bit.
This was very
Go for it.
important that
Bro, wait, this is not a conspiracy theory. It's just like explaining what it is. Ah, fuck. Bro, honestly, I have no idea how the fuck I'm gonna edit this. Like, should I put it on YouTube or what?
Put it on TikTok first.
Put it on account? You make one or what?
I'll make one in a bit.
Bro, like, fucking Joe Rogan's fucking. Have you seen his conspiracy theory videos?
Yeah,
Like, he
fucking
invites people that
stupid.
actually talk about it. Yeah, but then,
Yeah,
like,
I've seen the Post Malone one.
I haven't.
It's pretty fucking good, bro.
Uh, See, bro, all my conspiracy theories, I got them from TikTok. Oh, have you seen, dude? Have you seen this book?
Know which one?
This is the 48 Laws of Power.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I started reading it, but it's fucking crazy. Like I kind of try using it, and it kind of works. Like at work, let's say you know how there's managers, right?
yeah,
I just like make them feel like they have power over you, and then they start being nice to you because they think that they have power over you. I don't know how to explain it. You have to do it. Like they pity you, but and then, like if worked a couple of times, right? Like I'm like I have this manager, right? And then
yeah,
usually like I would try to fight her. Like I'll be like, she told me to do something, wasn't my job, and I'll try to like be like, hey, that's not my job, whatever. I don't fucking feel like doing it, and she'd be like, hey, whatever. And then I started being I just remember like I just read like one page of the book, and it says like, make yourself small in the eyes of other people. That way they think they have power over you, and then you can tell like you can guide them to do something you want them to do without them knowing. Yeah, it's fucking complicated, but it works. If I was a sociopath, that would probably help a lot. Uh, welcome. Alright. You have any videos, Bert? Bert.
The NFL season is
what's up?
Oh shit. Do you have any videos?
Um, it's not gonna be about the Malaysia airline or anything,
Alright.
but Egyptians and all that with the Anunnaki.
I have no idea who the fuck they are.
No, the Anunnaki, they say that they're the Egyptians that were there before the Egyptians, the actual Egyptians, saying that they're the ones that built the pyramids.
Alright.
Because the Anunnaki said apparently the Anunnaki had more technology than we have right now.
What the fuck?
And apparently that there's a different planet and Anunnaki lives there in that planet. And they just here, they just there like just I don't know, seeing us, seeing what we're doing. They also come out in the Bible.
Sorry, bro. I was getting caught, but I heard you. So the Anunnaki. The fuck? Hold up, bro. Fuck. Bro, I'm sorry. I had to go on a little break.
Or
So what were you saying about the Anunnaki?
that the Anunnaki had more advanced technology than us.
Oh wait,
And
dude. Now you're bringing that back. I don't know if you've seen it. Like, okay, so it doesn't. I don't think it has to do with the Anunnaki, but you know how you're saying like they have more advanced technology.
yeah,
Apparently, like let's say there's this like theory that says like Earth or like how we see it, it resets. So let's say uh we keep going like a few years, right? We develop technology, and then at a certain point, there's gonna be like another asteroid or whatever, and then it resets like uh so it resets that everyone dies, right? Like there's no one
yeah,
alive, and then technology gets wiped out, cars, whatever, and then we build like shit like the tallest building. You know how like it's like fucking tall, right?
yeah,
Um, it gets buried like in sand, whatever, and then other people like later on they find it, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, how can like Asian civilizations build that big of a building without like the technology we had? You know what I mean? This is fucking
yeah.
confusing. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that one.
And I wouldn't say it's like a conspiracy theory, because in the Bible it says that we're the sixth civilization that's come out from the Ice Age.
A la verga. Just, I don't know. I just remember seeing it on TikTok. Um, what else?
Have you
Uh,
heard of the Euphrates River?
nah.
Okay, so the Euphrates River, apparently in the Bible, because the Bible mentions the Euphrates River, and it says once it starts drying up, we're gonna start seeing like ruined, like these type of ruined things. And once it completely dries up, that's when the second trumpet of God's coming starts announcing.
Shit.
And if you see the Euphrates River right now, it's like halfway drying up.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. You're right. Like they have a demon chain, no, like under that
Yeah,
river. Yeah, I seen that shit. And then I don't know if you've seen like videos where like people go over there, and then they put like their phone next to the river where there's no water, and then they can hear like chains and shit like that.
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy. What was it, bro?
the Euphrates River.
Under river.
Yeah, they're right there. Strange noises from beneath. Oh, bro,
Oh, hold on. Which one? I just clicked on this one.
right there. Yeah,
Yeah. You can't do shit.
no.
The fuck? Oh. Dude, look at that shit.
That's crazy, bro.
Nah, but I saw one where.
Bitch,
Hey!
Yeah, whoa.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Nah, I saw one where like. Alright, this one doesn't last that long.
The demon horses.
Dude, that's one. Bro, and then it's gonna be like some fucking type of shit like the. Have you seen Bird Box?
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like that. Like you're not gonna be able to go out. If you go out, you go like insane and stuff.
A location that made strange sounds. It was said that the location was on the Euphrates River. The sound came from under the ground that came out through a gap. People in the place believed that the voice was the voice of demons imprisoned so as to make a sound like asking for help. Try to hear his voice below.
Dude, this is the one I saw.
I think that's the angel,
It's
one
an
of the
angel.
fallen angels that God trapped.
Yeah. Look, you see,
See,
he has
like,
the fucking chains.
yeah, that's what people are saying, that it's a fallen angel that's been locked away.
Basically a demon.
Yeah,
God damn, bro.
Anyone who hears it will certainly goosebumps and amazed astonishment. Will the voice be the voice of the demons? So far, no one knows the truth.
Bro, that's fucking crazy.
it is.
Do you think that one's real?
I think it is,
You
because
think
the
like,
Euphrates River has some of the most weirdest things happening inside of it.
bro, what the fuck even is that river?
I don't know, bro. I just heard that once it dries up, the second coming of Christ starts announcing.
Wait, it's in Western Asia, so like where Iraq and Syria is, I'm guessing.
I
Yeah.
guess.
So like the Euphrates, that fucking shit flows through Syria and Iraq to join the Tigris and the, I can't pronounce that word. That's a fucking like Western over there, which empties into the Persian Gulf. It's like somewhere over there. Damn. Do you have any like other conspiracy theories that you think are real? Like they are most likely real?
The Grand Canyon one?
I've never heard anything about the Grand Canyon.
No, bro,
Nah.
they've been finding a bunch of stuff inside the Grand Canyon. And you're not even allowed to go inside the Grand Canyon.
Didn't you go visit over there?
Yeah, I want to go visit over there. But it feels like you're like in simulation. It doesn't feel real.
The fuck do you mean?
Like you feel like you're in a dream when you're there in person.
What the fuck? Think
Yeah,
like think like some Matrix type of shit or what?
yeah. Like once you go there and you're like seeing everything, it feels weird. Like you're not actually there.
Shit.
And there's like a telescope. And they're like built into like the little place they have there.
Uh huh.
where you can see down the Grand Canyon, and you see these like a little kayak wooden boat. You see water. You see ladders.
Wait, where is the fucking Grand Canyon? It's
It's
Arizona, right?
like yeah,
Mm. Well,
bro,
we have to go visit over there, bro.
but it feels weird, bro.
I found this video,
But
bro. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan
apparently
has
that
no
there's
license.
some ancient civilization that used to live there, like inside the Grand Canyon.
Bro, like I remember, like I had this teacher, and then she explained to us like how it was made, bro. Oh wait, I think it was she told us it was a river, and then the river just kept like knocking on the rocks, and it made that deep of a hole.
Yeah, it used to be like before the Grand Canyon, like you can explore it, but they shut it down because it was mainly used to grab gold and all that. So there's this one guy that went over there to explore it, and he explored 11 caves out of the 33 caves that are in there.
And
The other caves that he couldn't explore, they were already sealed off with metal bars, like across from them, that you couldn't go inside of.
so like they would think there's a civilization or like demon again, like there's a demon on.
No, no, because there's also like a part of the Grand Canyon that they found like a statue of Buddha, and they found like a bunch of houses,
What the fuck?
but they have carvings like we still can't even do the carvings that they did back then
Yeah.
because they're so precise and detailed that our machinery can't do.
Shit. Like what's it fucking called? Like going back to the fucking pyramids, like those shits were also made by like I remember seeing this guy. He said like we can cut the rocks, and it probably take like a day or some shit like that. But we have like a diamond cutter, like that puts a
Yeah,
diamond cutting those. That's fucking crazy. Like
but you also have to know that those rocks that the pyramid has, they were transported from 500 miles away.
oh yeah, I remember that.
So
Like
how can someone cut the stones, then haul them 500 miles to where they want to build them?
bro, maybe the sand fucking moved them. Like you know.
I mean, those rocks weigh like 20 tons each.
Yeah.
And then
Fuck.
for them to be like 200, like not in 200, 2 million rocks.
Like oh dude okay, after this I'll tell you like one that I just remembered.
The thing I found about the Egyptians in Ohio was actually from a paper that was written. It's postulating it. I guess they took a lot of the evidence that they had been finding and saying this shows that there might have actually been Egyptians there.
That's from 1937.
That's when the guy was, I think, born. This is 40 years ago.
Oh,
so
wow.
that amulet was brass apparently, and it was found near Cincinnati. And where I actually think that it might have been trade routes, because there was some like stones that have been found in various parts of the world that are from specifically Ohio, because it's like a rainbow shale that was used in like arrowheads and stuff a long, long time ago. Like that area was used to make weapons, like the first, like 12,000 years ago when the first people were kind of in North America. But that area in Ohio also is known as the sandstone capital of the world, and I don't know if that's related to the Egyptians, because that's what the pyramids are made out of. You know, there's tons of sandstone that is very specific to that region.
Yeah.
So
Pyramids made out of sandstone?
I thought so. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard this,
There's
yeah.
21 from 1800 to 1980. 21 times the amount of sandstone that made the Great Pyramid was shipped out of Ohio to make various buildings all over the world.
Really?
Most of them in the United States, obviously, but all over the place.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, just weird
This-
facts I found
the
after Graham came
history
through.
of the humans.
We don't know history.
We know some. All
The
right?
only history that we know is the one we go discover on our own time. The one that's presented to us is not history. It's all lies.
Well, it's not all lies.
All of
There's
it.
some lies.
I found that too. I didn't.
Lost civilization in Grand Canyon was, Egyptian?
Yeah, the Smithsonian published some stuff in 1909,
wow.
I guess, that where all this came from. There was an article that got written, and I don't know how much of it they proved or was proven or was just newspaper. It's like
Whoa.
bait back in the day.
Look at this.
kinda,
Even
but-
more amazing, the artifacts didn't match up to anything on the known record. Rather than appearing to be of Native American origin, as one might expect, the object had distinct Egyptian or Tibetan designs.
Mm-hmm.
Could there have been an entire civilization of Egyptians living here?
Mm-hmm.
If so, how did they get here? Dun, dun, dun.
It's not that hard. Hop in a boat, man. You got cats that leave Africa and try to come to Spain on these places on a chicken wing.
Yeah.
You know?
It is interesting, right? Like the population of Cuba. Cuba's so insanely diverse, and it's right there. Like, what is the history of that other than the slave routes? Like, what is the history of Cuba? Because Cuba has very distinct African people living there.
Mm-hmm. The whole Caribbean, all that whole area is has a lot of African roots to it. But it's just a place that was conquered by the Spain, you know, by the Cortezes, you know, those type of people.
What really disturbs me is there's no way to know exactly what happened. It's like you're piecing things together based on artifacts and historical record, things that people wrote down, and journals and logs. And it's,
there's people that have traveled. So, again, I've studied this so long ago, but I remember reading primary source from somebody that traveled with Cristobal Colon, a.k.a. Christopher Columbus. And he was saying very specific things about his accounts when he reached these different places. You know, and he was saying things like, we got to the land and we found Africans. And I remember him specifically saying, so no matter where we go, we find Africans. And he said it as if he was disappointed. And then they started talking about, like, you know, they started talking about their culture and describing their culture. You just got to go look at the people that travel with Cristobal Colon, and there's some firsthand accounts there. And they're very honest about it, you know.
dude, I'm going to look into that now. That's very interesting. I'm going to ask Graham about that, too, what he knows about it. He's studied, I mean, especially on his latest book, he studied a lot about the various cultures that made it to North America and South America.
Okay. Yeah. It's just very rich in history. Very, very rich in history.
Damn, bro.
What do you think, Bert?
No. Talking to someone that traveled with Christopher Columbus, bro.
Shit.
Pretty crazy. Just to
Well-
fucking find that person.
Like, if there was anyone to have like a time machine, who do you think would have it right now?
The Vatican.
Bro, you seen that one too?
Yes, bro.
Bro, I was about to say.
Bro, they passed a law secretly that whoever owns a Vatican, like whoever owns a Vatican, whoever owns a time machine, that they get sentenced to death, bro.
No, like who passed that? Like the Vatican or
The
us?
Vatican, yeah.
Shit.
Like, why would you make a law like that? And why would you make a law like that, knowing that we still don't have the technology to make time machines?
Yeah. I mean,
So they know some things that we don't.
what's it called? I saw it like, well, I mean, besides they know, like, there's a lot of stuff that they probably don't tell us.
Yeah.
Pero I forgot who. I know it was one of the popes that had it, but you can't travel back in time. Like, it's just like it's like a TV, and then you see what's happening.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that's the case, that means like, I mean, it's not dangerous because technically you're not like changing anything on the past.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like
then-
going towards the future.
Oh, well, is it? Is it like can they go? I don't think you can go in the future, just back to the future, no.
I mean, for time machines, you can go to the future and back.
I don't remember that one.
I don't know.
Oh, dude, Chris just went live, bro. It's kind of like if you got your hands on it, where would you go? Like, would you go back to the past or to the future?
I'll probably go to the future. I want to see where I ended up.
But then you probably like, I guess yeah, it's fucking nuts.
I kind of want to see who I married también.
But then wouldn't that change? Like, if you see who you marry, maybe like, let's say I know who I marry, right?
Yeah,
And like, since I know now, I'm gonna try to go with her. Maybe that'll change. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I'll probably end up doing something that's gonna change the future. So,
probably.
you think the multiverse is real? Like, do you
Yeah,
think that
there's.
there's?
I think it was Stephen Hawking that was doing research on that
Yeah.
before he had died.
Damn. Like, do you think there's like a version of me right now that's probably like, I don't know, in fucking school doing shit? Probably become a lawyer.
Probably. I mean, almost in every single Marvel, DC movie or comic, they all talk about the multiverse.
Yeah, but I mean that's fiction.
Yeah, but then you also have some book that like they're from like back in the like past, talking
Yeah.
about like oh multiverse this, multiverse that. Like there's types like there's these versions of you that do different things that you didn't do right now.
Oh, you're right.
Like let's say you didn't ask out a girl like right now, that other version of yourself asked her out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also like, I don't know if you remember Rick and Morty. When Rick like gave them like the it was like a little gun that changed the future, or so he thought, but in reality he was just getting replaced. He was replacing another Morty in another like dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you have to think like where do people get all like these ideas from?
Like the Simpsons.
Dude, they've been predicting the future for the past like 40 years.
Yeah. They predicted when Ebola came out,
They also predicted when Donald Trump became president.
and that's crazy too, cause Donald Trump, when he was going down the escalator, he did all the movements that the Simpsons predicted he was gonna do.
What the fuck? I didn't see that one.
Like when he's waving and everything,
Yeah.
he did those same things, bro.
Well, I mean, I think every president waves, no?
Nah, like they got the wave to the point. Like
What the
you know how those beauty pageants they fucking wave like with their hands cuffed.
Yeah.
They did that in The Simpsons,
Uh-huh.
and in real life that happened too.
Well, maybe like Donald Trump saw that episode, be like, oh shit, I'm gonna do that.
Probably.
He also done it. But that's why he's in jail now. Wait, is he in jail?
He's convicted of several charges.
No, but wait. Free Daddy Donald Trump, wait.
Alright.
Okay,
Free the orange. He didn't do
buddy. No.
anything.
For reals. Alright, do you have any
Um,
other one for you want to talk about?
Other conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
Um, I had one in mind. What was it? Thing of the Twin Towers. When the jet hit the Twin Towers, or when the airplane, the engine wasn't hot enough to melt steel.
Oh yeah, like it was an inside job. But I mean, I feel like
Yeah,
everyone knows that.
I mean that's true. People say that, oh, it's just when the fucking airplane hit the building, everything broke. But people that survived the the 9/11 attack, they said that they heard explosions coming from downstairs,
What?
like from the basement.
Shit. I remember like reading the. I don't know if it's true, but apparently like no one died in 9/11. Like there was no bodies found or nothing. It was just like it's like, oh, this guy died, but then there was no body. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that one too.
No. I've also heard about the third plane that crashed to the Pentagon,
Yeah.
but there's no signs of the plane actually crashing and the Pentagon.
Fuck, I guess we'll never know, bro.
Because we'll never know. Then have you heard about that airplane that I don't know, it vanished for like 30 years and I think 20 2013, 2014, that's when it popped up again and it landed. Yes, and when they landed, everyone got off. Like, where were you guys? You guys been missing for like 30 years.
Like some Jumanji type of shit.
Yeah, and then they got back onto the airplane and just never to be seen ever again.
Um,
So they just left. Like, where were you guys? What happened?
never sure.
They didn't answer.
I seen the one where like the guy, he's like, "Hey, I'm a time traveler," and then I think he came. Okay, so he was living in the past, and then he came to like, let's say he came to our future, right? Like where we're at right
Yeah.
now, and then he went to see like some people were like, "Hey, I'm a time traveler," and then I know they didn't believe him, and then so he was still young, right? And then
Yeah.
I think the guys, they went to go look for like her supposedly wife, and then uh like she told him like, oh yeah, he was my husband. One day I think he was in a telephone booth, and then he went inside the telephone booth, and then he disappeared, and then his wife like obviously was looking for him, right, but never found him, and then he ended up in our future, and then he told this guys like, hey, where am I? What the hell? I think I'm a time traveler, and they were like, they didn't believe him, so they went to look for his wife, and then I think she had a camera, and then in the camera there was pictures of the guy, and then they looked exactly the same. I don't know if you've seen. I think Joe Rogan probably said that one.
I haven't seen that one.
I have to look for it. Um,
I've seen some pictures like from the past before cell phones were even like invented. You know how they have like pictures of people just walking around?
but dude, not gonna lie, I thought this one was their ass. Look at this one.
Oh yeah. It does look like your ass. Anyways,
Yeah.
you know how like in the old photos you just see people walking? Or in some pictures you see some guy like in modern clothes with a fucking cell phone. I think it's like a Samsung. And he's just there talking on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty weird.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. And he's wearing like sunglasses and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is like wearing suits, like fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah.
Called to deal with a confused man. Dr. Kutrikov was curious, so he got a hold of the camera, and the first thing he noticed was that it was an old rare Yashima Flex. The doctor was a bit of a photographer himself, so he recognized the brand and knew right away that this was like an antique. Which is a problem, because it used a type of film that hadn't been manufactured since the 1970s. You can't just take it down to the CVS to get it developed, so he called in a photography expert named Vadim Poisner. Vadim got the film out, and he was able to see from the real info that it was manufactured in 1956. But it was in perfect condition. So he developed the roll, and this is when everything just kept getting weirder. What he found on the roll were photos of Kiev, but clearly from a long time ago. All the cars, all the clothes, all the street signs, all were from the 50s. And there were photos of buildings that didn't exist anymore. And right there in front of those buildings was Sergei with his girlfriend at the time, out enjoying a beautiful day, wearing the exact same clothes he was found in. And the last photo on the reel, just as Sergei had suggested, featured a bell-shaped UFO. When the doctor asked him about the UFO photo, Sergei said, quote, Now are you convinced I'm telling the truth? I so far do not understand what this object is and how something like that happened to me at the same moment when I took the picture and I went down to look at the camera and somehow I showed up in this year. Dr. Kutrikov, being scientifically minded, hypothesized that if this was some kind of alien spacecraft, it could perhaps have flown him across the universe at the speed of light and brought him back in a split second. And due to Einstein's theory of relativity, he would experience time dilation, meaning that time would have barely passed for him, but back on Earth, 47 years would have gone by. The flight of the navigator theory, if you will. That night, Sergei went back to his room, closed the door, and was never seen again. The hospital security camera captured when he entered the room, but it never filmed him leaving. There was only one way out of this room. It was always watched, and the room windows had bars, so there was no way for him to escape without being noticed. Yeah, Sergei just pulled a Shawshank.
Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind.
Only there was no Raquel Welch poster to explain what happened to him. He was never found. No means of escape were ever found. He just vanished, leaving the police with his camera, his photographs, and a crazy mystery to solve. A mystery that just keeps getting weirder. Because they investigated the case and they found out that there was actually a Sergei Ponomarenko that was declared missing in Kyiv in 1960. They also were able to track down the woman in the photograph, his girlfriend, who was now over 70 years old at this point. She told the police that Sergei had disappeared that day in 1958, but returned just a few days later, the exact amount of time that he had been in 2006. But then she claimed that he disappeared again in the 1970s, and this time he was never seen again. But years after he vanished, she received a strange photo in the mail. It was from Sergei, and according to the note he wrote on there, the photo is from 2050. It shows an older mustachioed Sergei with Kyiv in the background, only in this photo, the skyline is full of skyscrapers. He also said in the note that he would be back soon, which, for whatever reason, didn't happen. The story of Sergei Ponomarenko has gone down in internet lore as possibly the most well-documented case of time travel in history.
Fuck.
You know, now might be a good time to introduce you guys to Woo Woo Alarm 2.0. Quick, well, there were 10 episodes total. The episode that tells this story.
He's a solo Bert. Nah, you see, that's the one I was talking about.
But I didn't know about that one.
That's fucking crazy though. Like, you think time travel is real too, Bert?
Think so.
Yeah. Like, we have the Vatican. Like, I mean, technically, if this was real, like, the Vatican would have it, and then they would be lying about it, because like they said, like, well, apparently apparently they can only, like, they can't go into the past. They can only see what's happening.
Yeah.
Then that would be that. I don't know. That conspiracy would be fake. Which one do you think is most likely to happen? Like, where people can actually time travel, or where we can only see, like, into the future, into the past?
I mean, we can basically already see to the past.
What do you mean?
Like, you know when, you know those fucking astronomers when they take a picture of a planet?
Yeah. Well, oh yeah.
Oh, that picture of that planet, it's actually from like years behind.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I know.
Like, so you're just looking back then, like how the planet looked. You're not looking how it looks right now.
Dude, you're fucking right. Fuck. I had forgotten about it. Yeah.
Fucking crazy, bro. Fuck with your head.
Yeah, it does. Fuck. You're right. So maybe like the moon's not really like what we know it as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
but there's a lot of crazy stuff out there.
Yeah. Like, for like the ocean, like, what do you think? Like, people, like, we stop exploring the ocean and went to like exploring space.
What I've heard from people cause their conspiracy theories
Yeah.
is that we found something that we weren't supposed to see yet, and NASA was just like, nah, we need to get off this planet ASAP. Before that creature or whatever we found starts like reawakening or something, like Cthulhu, right?
I was about to say that.
Like Cthulhu, apparently he's like underwater asleep. Once that dude starts waking up, he's just gonna destroy everything.
Where did he come from? Like, what mythology did he come from? I have
The
no.
Greek mythology.
Oh, shit.
Apparently, Cthulhu destroys worlds.
Yeah.
And apparently, that he came to Earth and you're just sleeping.
Damn.
Uh, there is people that start dreaming about him,
They go
and
insane,
apparently,
right?
yeah, apparently, if you start dreaming about him, that's just a sign for like he's calling you to go to where he's at and awaken him.
Shit. It's fucked up.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Crazy though. That he just pops in your dream out of nowhere. Is like, all right, you're gonna go to this place. You're gonna wake me up, and I'm gonna destroy everything.
Oh yeah. Apparently, like if you see him too, you just go insane. Like I can't handle like just seeing him, even if he's asleep.
Yeah, like there's this old guy that went to the bottom of a river or lake. I don't know I don't know what it was, but when he came back up, everyone asked him like, "Hey, what you see down there? Is there something scary, or is there something that we should fear?" The one thing he says like the world isn't ready to know what's under there.
Or
Yeah,
maybe he was just fucking high as fuck that day.
no, they checked all his medicals before he went down there. Mm, there's no ounce of alcohol, no drugs or anything. He
What's
just
it
came
called?
back up. It's like the world isn't ready, and he just died.
Damn. What's it called? Like I know there's you know you know how Cthulhu destroys world, right?
Yeah,
There's another entity like that's like the same power as him. That if you see him, I feel what is I have to search it, but I
not
know
the Kraken.
it's not the Kraken, it's something else. Is it Asimov? Yeah. I don't know. I would have to look at it, but I forgot. Look. How do you spell Cthulhu?
Right there.
Or like half. Images first. Hey, bro, fuck. I don't know. It's just like uh, it's like this YouTube video where like it's like they're taking pictures, and then on the like on the distance you can kind of see like a figure that looks like Cthulhu.
Oh, uh, not a picture. It's a video.
Yeah, but there's like several ones.
Yeah, thing is, cause it's in the fog, right?
Yeah.
It's it's in Asia. It's in fucking China or some shit. That they're recording, and I don't know where they see like this huge tentacle monster with arms and with wings.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, technically, if he was awake, he would have like we would have gone insane already.
Yeah. Ever seen that guy that disappeared from TikTok
Nah,
after saying that he found some giant?
I have never seen.
Like he has videos of the giant.
Huh? Oh wait, no, yeah,
Then
it was like on top of a mountain, right?
yeah,
Like a
yeah,
yeah.
that in his last video, he was saying that everything was a lie, but at the same time, he was looking to, I think, his left, and he just kept looking at him, looking at someone that was behind the camera, and I think they're making him say all of that. And after that, he just disappeared.
I mean, I don't know. Giants. I feel like if Giants were alive, we would have like noticed by now.
Yeah. And then
How-
same thing with what's it call it? Ah, fuck. The same thing with UFO crash of the aliens.
Oh yeah.
That that where the UFO crashed in the backyard of the family, and that family disappeared afterwards.
Yeah, I think this.
It's time for your comeback.
Bro, I have to get Spotify Premium. I mean Spotify Premium. YouTube Premium.
But another ad. Mortal Kombat, we should play.
Oh, what the fuck did I do?
You switch it to a
Are all
cringy
over
ass
the
YouTube.
internet, while others are less
Oh,
frequently
this guy.
seen. Number 11. This mysterious blob recently made its way onto the shores of Acapulco, Mexico. It has no smell and therefore is not a floating piece of sea garbage. As curious officials poked and prodded this formation, they were surprised to feel a full skeletal system underneath. The floppy, deflated area in particular looks like it could have been the head. The many holes were probably numerous eyes that have since been picked clean by hungry
Maybe
fish.
that looks like a big
Researchers are
octopus.
clueless as to what this could
Yeah.
possibly be underwater. You can hear both surprise and fear in their voices. They order the captain to retreat.
What? Or it could be fishing line. You don't want that. Back up.
Huge siphonophore.
It could be.
No, I don't think
What looks
fishing
like a
line would
long
be.
videos, and I just wanted to
that.
lay the rumors to rest while also properly crediting the original source. This sighting of a giant creature in Vancouver belongs to a talented YouTuber named Hollywood Scotty, who is known for professional special effects. Obviously, the chances of a special effects designer happening upon a giant monster in real life are very slim. Still, this video has fooled many people since 2017, and
So I guess it's fake then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Cthulhu was real, bro. Like, we're almost at like 2 more minutes, and I'm gonna have like a 1 hour film.
Alright.
I'll probably like send it to you or try to send it to you so you can get some clips out, and I'll try to get some clips out.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna end it already.
Go for it.